a seminar in 1985 or 6 in England. And it was a week-long seminar with senior executives, and the power went out. But it didn't go out for 1 minute. It went out for 4 hours. And we taught the seminar holding a candelabra with 5 candles lit from it the whole time. That's how we did the seminar. So it's not a problem that's unique. So this is mine. Can I speak without the microphone? Can you hear me? Yes. Because I'd rather shout, because I need my hands to talk. Let's start off. I want to start off asking you a question. How many of you are entrepreneurs? Raise, come on. Don't worry about it. How many of you are entrepreneurs? I know some. I'm going to call you out if you don't raise your hands, because I know some of you. About 10. That's great, and I see that most of you seem to be concentrated over there. But let's just quick examples. You're from UR 1. Can you just get up for a second and tell everyone what UR 1 is, just in one sentence? Wait, no. Does everyone know what UR 1 is? Yes. No, so sell them something.
Okay, we're a low-cost ISP. Low-cost internet service provider in Tanzania.
The most affordable, and so yeah, I'm sure you have a website, ur1.com. Over here. Wait a second, I'll call on him in a second. Yeah, you'll get up and say it. Maybe you'll get a customer. Come on, get up.
So we're EGG Energy. We are an energy distribution company.
Say one more sentence.
We give people access to electricity through batteries.
See, there's a customer right there, and you can sell one to the hotel while you're at it. Who do you want me to call? Who's that? Your cold calling.
I've known him since the 80s.
What's your company? Stand up. Sell something. Only if you don't want to sell anything. If you want to sell something, you have to stand up so people can hear it. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry, development of software? What kind of softwares? Which, I'm sorry, I can't. What kind of measurement?
Software for case management in the court.
Oh, in the courts. Any lawyers here? Or judges? Or acts of criminals? Anybody could use that? There was one over here. I saw a hand up over here. Yes.
We do ICT, network solution, and network product.
But you didn't give the name of your company.
Hilon, an IT firm.
An IT firm. You can't sell anything if you don't give the name of your company. One of the things that I've learned about entrepreneurs from all over the world is that they're always selling. The most important thing that wasn't mentioned, the most important thing that an entrepreneur knows how to do, it's not development, and it's not R&D, and it's not technology, and it's not raising capital, and it's not having strategies and plans and so on. It's selling. It's selling your product, your service, your company. It's selling your vision to get the best employees. It's selling to Costec to be able to get their support. It's selling to the government to realize that you can be a success to make the government successful. The most important thing that entrepreneurs do is selling. I tell it to my students. There's I call the primary colors of entrepreneurship. The red, blue, yellow of entrepreneurship are making, selling, and counting. Usually in our education we get it backwards. We teach people how to do the fancy stuff. We teach them how to count first. And then maybe we teach them how to make. We teach them strategies, which are not the primary colors at all. And then later, if we're really lucky, we teach, even at the Harvard Business, I just taught for 11 years at the Harvard Business School. They had clubs for every imaginable purpose. The students had clubs. And 3 years ago, the Harvard Business School was around for 100 years. 3 years ago, the students finally got an idea to have a sales club. They had a sales club 100 years after the institution was formed. It's the simple stuff that works. So we're together, at least potentially together, in order to see how we can create the conditions to have more entrepreneurship. And a very simple statement, a very difficult task, very challenging. And I stand before you as obviously an outsider. I know nothing about the environment in Tanzania. I know nothing about the assets you have. By the way, I would add to that list of Dr. I agree with everything, but I would add to that list of where the opportunities are based on what I've seen. I would add to that list of the segments, tourism and I would add a few other opportunities or assets that you have. I wrote it down here and I'll read it to you. It's very sophisticated. The first one is brains. The second one is guts. The third one is sweat. And the fourth one is energy. And I think if you have brains, and what I've seen is that there's a lot of brains, lots of guts, lots of ability to sweat. I mean work hard. I'm not talking about the temperature. And there's lots of energy. And I think if you have those four things, you'll figure out which of the other things on the list make sense for you to do. Because one of the things about entrepreneurs is sometimes they're innovative, that's true. Oftentimes they're innovative, but they're always opportunity sniffers. They're the people who sniff out the opportunity. They see it where other people don't see it, and they learn, oftentimes with blood, sweat, and tears, to actualize, to realize that opportunity. And on the way, they have to do an awful lot of stuff. And in many ways, the opportunity that they see, because they have brains, because they have guts, they have sweat, they have energy, they see opportunities where other people don't see them. So I'd add to that, it's contrarian. Entrepreneurship is you see something that someone else thinks is worthless, impossible, or stupid. And you see something that's valuable, that you can do, and that's smart. And because you see it and they don't, that's an opportunity. Because the bridge of that gap is exactly the brains that you know that you have, the sweat that you know you're willing to put into it. It's the energy that you know you have, and that's the gap. And that makes you the entrepreneur and everyone else sitting at a desk somewhere. So, what is entrepreneurship? And before we have to create more of it, we have to decide what it is. I see examples that you all gave, and I completely agree. I think the most important thing in that list is the ambition to grow. It's the ambition to grow. It's the aspiration. It may not be rational. It may not be based on a business plan, but it's a hunger that is always there. That exists everywhere. That's part of the human experience. That doesn't exist in Tanzania and not in some other country, or in some other country and not Tanzania. That exists in people, in human beings. Entrepreneurship is part of the human experience. It's no different in that respect from art and poetry